If the Holy Spirit dwells within you, a number of things should be a part of your life. I'm going to explore several, but don't allow yourself to just skim through these items like a grocery store list. If you merely skim this list, you will miss out on my favorite part of this book. I have benefited so much by taking each of these promises literally, meditating on them, and asking for them. Take time to dwell on each one. Consider how each one is manifest in your life. And if it isn't, spend some time asking God for that specific thing. Mark 13:11 and Luke 12:12 teach, the Spirit helps us speak when we are in precarious situations and need to bear witness. Psalm 143:10, John 14-16, Acts 9:31, 13:2, 15:28, 1 Corinthians 2:9-10, 1 John 5:6-8, all teach. The counselor teaches and reminds us of what we need to know and remember. He is our comforter, our advisor, our encourager, and our strength. He guides us in the way we should go. Acts 1:8, Romans 8:26, and Ephesians 3:16-19 teach. From the Spirit we receive power to be God's witnesses to the ends of the earth. It is the Spirit who draws people to the gospel, the Spirit who equips us with the strength we need to accomplish God's purposes. The Holy Spirit not only initially draws people to God, He also draws believers closer to Jesus. Romans 8:2 teaches, by the power of the Spirit, we put to death the misdeeds of the body. The Spirit sets us free from the sins we cannot get rid of on our own. This is a lifelong process we entered into, a partnership with the Spirit when we first believed. Romans 8:15-16 teaches, through the Spirit we have received a spirit of adoption as children, which leads us into intimacy with the Father, instead of a relationship based on fear and slavery. The Spirit bears witness to us that we are His children. John 16:7-11 and 1 Thessalonians 1:5 teach, the Holy Spirit convicts people of sin. He does this both before we initially enter into right relationship with God and as we journey through life as believers. Romans 8:10-11 and 2 Corinthians 3:17 teach, the Spirit brings us life and freedom. Where the Spirit is, there is freedom, not bondage or slavery. In our world that is plagued with death, this is a profound truth that points to a real hope. Romans 15:13 teaches, by the power of the Holy Spirit, we abound with hope because our God is a God of hope who fills His children with all joy and peace. 1 Corinthians 12:7 teaches, as members of God's kingdom community, each of us is given a manifestation of the Spirit in our lives for the purpose of the common good. We all have something to offer because of what the Spirit gives to us. 2 Corinthians 3:18 and Galatians 5:22-23 teach, the fruit of being led by the Spirit of God includes love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. These attitudes and actions will characterize our lives as we allow ourselves to be grown and molded by the Spirit. The Spirit is our sanctifier. My hope is that reading these truths about the Holy Spirit will lead you into a deeper relationship with and a greater reverence for the Spirit. That good theology would lead you to right action, genuine love, and true worship. Perhaps you read these verses and wonder why these things are not a part of your life. Don't be discouraged. ask God to make you more loving, or to help you put to death the deeds of the flesh, or to use you to bless His children. Remember that we cannot do these things on our own, and that these are the very things the Holy Spirit does in our lives. The Father tells us to ask Him, and we can ask confidently because we are asking for things God promises us in the Bible. May we grow in relationship with the Spirit more and more, and belittle and ignore Him less and less.